Hello and welcome back for our last session of our Blackboard training. I apologize if I sound a little stuffy today. I'm a little under the weather, but I would like to get started by looking at all of the different options that we have on our Blackboard website. On the first day, and I know that seems like a very long time ago, I had you all fill out a survey. And on the survey, I asked what you would be using your Blackboard website for and what kind of features you would like to see. And so today we're going to focus on 5 of the features that a lot of members of this group would like to learn a little bit more about. One of those is the discussion board. We're also going to look at the chat room. We'll look at the Wimba classroom, journals, and somebody suggested that we look at Elluminate Live. So we're going to take this time to look a little bit further into the 5 different features. And at the end of this, I'd like everyone to use one of the features, and we're going to analyze how we can use these in the classroom. I always think it's nice when we're able to share ideas with one another and use those within our classrooms. Even though we all teach different grade levels, it's nice to see that we can all use similar materials. So let's get started. We're first going to look at the discussion board. I'm at my home page, as all of you should be, and what we'll need to check is the discussion board. So you just want to click into the discussion board. If you notice right now, mine is hidden because this is a live site that I use for my students and I don't want them to go on the discussion board. So I do have it hidden right now, but we're just going to click into discussion board. If you can see here, I've used the discussion board with my students. I use it for different activities that we do. One of my favorite ones was during the election year. I posted a few questions for my students to go on and look at. They had to read a little article from Scholastic and then figure out how they feel about a certain issue. If you notice over here though, I had 725 posts. What that says to me is these students really thoroughly enjoyed using this feature in the Blackboard website. Some of the posts were very generic, however others were very thoughtful and provoking. So if I just click into here, just take a look at what I've used it for. You can see all my students did put their own thread, which I'll teach you how to do in just a moment. Where it says author right now, it does say anonymous. My students, this is actually from the election year, so 2008, and so my students are no longer available to view my page. Once you make your students no longer available, it will come up anonymous. However, if I were to do this with my group this year, it would have all of their different names here. I like the fact that you're able to see their names because it really allows the students to make sure that they're careful in what they are saying. It also will allow you to view, and so if there are any comments that you do not necessarily like to see, you can go back and talk to that student individually. One year that I did this, one of my girls was freaking out because she misspelled things wrong, and she said, "I can't go back and edit it. I don't know what to do." And I said, that's why you have to be careful whenever you're creating a thread, because everyone can read it. And so she does, from now on, she was more careful in her spelling. If you just click, and I am not sure whose I'm clicking into. Let's see what Connor's view on negative ads says. If you click here, you can see that Connor wrote what he felt to the question. So he's saying that he's seen a lot of campaign ads and they're negative from both parties, and he doesn't really like them because he doesn't think that it's nice that they're saying mean things about each other. After Connor responded, then there were some students who did respond. If you could see here, Alex just said, "I agree." Lindsay kind of gave a little more thorough explanation into Connor's response. So this is something that you can do in class. It's also something you can do outside of class. For this activity, I did it in class. However, I left it open for the students to go home and view the different threads and see what everyone had to say. And if you can tell by the 723 posts, I think the students really thoroughly enjoyed that. So now I'm going to take the time to actually show you how to set up a discussion board.